Hey, what's up guys, NPS3D here and welcome back a new tutorial. So in today's tutorial we are going to create some cinematic intro just like this one. So let's see the result what we are going to create today. Alright, so let's get started. So make a new comp just like I already made. Here is the logo which I am going to work on. So this is a logo of Google, so make sure this is in full resolution and select this layer and just rename this logo this to logo. Now select the logo and go to the layer to trace, and this is setting for this work, and make sure this is apply a new layer, hit OK, and this is our logo mask. Hide this also, go to this timeline and create a new solid, and this or element 3D layer, go to the element 3D layer and apply element 3D effect. Go to the custom layer, custom text and mask, and choose the element 3D mask, I mean logo mask. Go inside the scene setup and make just a single click here, extrude, and your text is in 3D, so make this grid invisible, and this looks good, but here you can see there is a less segment, so this is not smooth. So if you have a good graphics card, so go to the tessellation, and here is a path resolution. Make sure this is in extreme mode, and you can see this is perfectly good, but you can see the vertices is increased, so the high look also good. So if I will show you the wireframe mode, so this is in extreme mode, and if I will switch in high, so you can see less vertices. So I'm happy with this, so go to the shaded mode and it's good. Select this text and go back to the surface option and make sure this is the optimized mesh, hit OK, all done. And if you need any changes in the bevels, you can definitely do, but this looks good, right? So little bit in the, make sure this is a bevel backside also, and bevel size you can make it and increase this to 7, 8. So this good, and let's duplicate this material, and this will be our silver, I mean this light part, and put here and go to the bevel setting, and this will be our 5. Right, let's duplicate first one and make it here, so looks good. Go to the preset as metal, and I choose the metal black clips for this, I mean this, good, and remove unused material and metal burn here, and then this one is here. So this material and bump, increase this, and select all this and go to the EU mapping and box repeat and switch to the 3x3. Switch to the 3 by the same for this last one is all good, right? Looks good, but this one I need a little bit. So this looks good, right? So let's move on the next step and hit OK. So let's go to the group 1 particle look and this particle size 5. So my home is almost near the public road, so I'm so sorry for the noise, because when I recorded there are a lot of vehicles noise and I cannot control that. So one thing I can do, I just go inside the Premium and try to my best remove that noise, but in case some noises also come inside the tutorial, so I'm so sorry for that. So this is good. So now let's add a camera. I'm using 28mm. You can also choose according to your choice. So 28mm, right? And go to the element 3D layer and position. So I'm just going to animate the position. So the 0 is here, and very beginning this will be 245 and 300 according to your choice, and the very last this will be go to the -245 and Control S to save this. So everything is done, right? And let me show you, switch to the preview mode and switch to the half, and let me show you a quick ramp preview. So you can see this is moving really good, alright? So let's move on the next step, and the next step is creating light. So first go to the render setting, physical environment, and make sure the exposure is 0%, alright? And the light influence 100%. And now let's add a light. The light is spotlight 95%, or you can increase this, and this is setting for the as well. You can increase the core angle also, so this will be cover the whole area of text, but I just need like this, and Control Shift H to see the everything. So now I'm going to animate the point of interest, I mean this thing of the light. So the key is making this thing reveal. So the point of interest will be work just like this, you can see, right? So let's add a keyframe. So just go to the light and just first import the stock footage of atmosphere. So let me see which one is, yeah, this one. So this is from Action Essence Style from video capacity, just is, and this is 720p, so that's why it's small. So increase this, I mean scale this, just like so you can see where the smoke is coming. So this is coming from this, so almost like here. So let's press A, select this light and press A. So almost like this, and you can move the position, G position, right? Let's add a keyframe and go to the very beginning, and this will be like go to the like this, Control S, almost 4 to 5 seconds. Alright, so you can see this is revealing and looks good, alright? So now, but not look as good as we want, so let's create a new solid, and this will be our circle layer. Go to the effect and control and apply a circle effect, and just make it here and increase the feeder all the way like this, and just decrease the opacity, Control S, and one more, just apply a new solid, and this will be our background, so busy, and this will be total black, and this will be behind of everything. So screen, or just make it normal. So now let's go to the element 3D layer and just duplicate it, right, and make this atmosphere just above in the middle of this both. So this is our element 3D main title, and this will be our Z depth. So select the Z depth layer and go to the output and just change to composite to the world position. And you can see, right, go to the atmosphere layer and change to Luma inverted, and go to the Z depth, and here is option edge smoothing will set 5, and matte feather just like 900, and just key to this thing. So you can see, select the atmosphere layer a little bit up like this, so like this. So definitely this looks good. As you can see, this looks good. Now let's move on the next step, and the next step is creating a new light, and this will be our point light. Hit OK and go to the custom views and make sure this light is just behind this logo. Press C and see this. Like this. So we can see, now we can see the edge. Alright, so go to the here and just T and add a keyframe to the intensity like this, and go to the very beginning, and this will be 0. And you can definitely change the light color according to your choice, but I'm not want to do so. In case if you want to make a red light, so you can do, but I don't want to make it colorful, so and that's why I'm just doing white and black. So good, right? So now just select the atmosphere and just apply a fast blur and make is repeated, and this the blur direction is horizontal, and make it 7%. Alright, so this will just like this motion blur, and add vignette, so solid, and just the V and T vignette, and go to the mask and just ellipse tool, switch to the subtract and feather all the way. And now let's select this mask and make it like this. Right, save this and go to the stock footage, and here is the option, here is a stock footage called this dust, and go to the very top just behind the vignette, and this is 4K, so solo this layer So this is the particle, but this is moving from left to right, but we want right to left because our smoke is also moving right to left. Just select this and just go to the transform and switch to the flip horizontal. So now you can see this is moving from here. Right, so now the problem is this is not in colorful, so make it red. So we want to make it a spark, so just add a coarse effect and switch to the red channel and increase the red channel. Go to the green channel down and also down the blue channel. So now let's add an exposure. Increase this. Now let's add a glow effect and down this. Control D and Control D, Control D. So looks good. Now let's add a fast blur horizontal and make it 6%. So this looks good. So unsolo this layer. Now you can see looks good. And just go to the atmosphere here and apply a coarse effect and make it like this. So now everything looks good. And if you just select everything and go to the pre-compose, hit OK, and now let's apply a new adjustment layer, and this go to the effect utilities, and here is a effect called this Cineon converter, and just decrease the black point almost 0. Let's see before and after and just play. Like this, before and after. Let's add a new adjustment layer, and this will be our coarse effect. So a red channel, and a green channel also, and the blue channel. So let's see the quick preview. So you can see the thing, but you can see this is almost not revealing with the smoke, but looks good, not bad. Alright, so let's tweak some settings. Alright, so select our light and hit A, and this is our smoke. So make this smoke just like this. And also go to the 3 second and go to your backlight and press T for opacity, and in the 4 second this will be 0. And one more thing is you can also add heat distortion, and I'm going to use a volumetric light and make sure this dust is behind the Element 3D layer, right? And the dust, I mean the volumetric, lies just behind the vignette. And this is also in 4K, so if I solo this, I'm going to rotate this light just like this, and I'll scale down a little bit. Alright, so you can see the volumetric light, and I will also show you the link how you can definitely download this in free. Right, so just switch to the screen, blending mode to screen, go to the cinematic, and if you want to make it a little bit, so just add a curse effect. Make like this if you want, and here put the 1 second. If I unsolo this and go to, and you can also add some lights from here to just like spotlights, so this will be cast only here. So I'm not done in my final work, but I want to make some adjustments, so let's add this. Hit OK, and this will be our spotlight, and hit OK. So let's see, and let's tweak it. So cone angle like this, feather 90% is good, intensity we need at least 100%. And if I go to the Element 3D, enable this and go to the active camera, I mean just the top view. So I want to make, I'm gonna go to the left view, so switch just like this, light, and cone angle, make it a little bit smaller, active view, so make it like this. Right, so let's you can see something, so you can definitely spend a little bit more time and your result will be definitely good. So all done. So let's take a final preview, but when you going to render the final preview, so go to the Element 3D layer, and here is a enhanced multi-sampling and the super sampling, multi-sampling 2, and the super sampling I changed to 2, and preview mode is full, and here is also full. And one more thing, you can also add some ambient occlusion. So go to the render setting, ambient occlusion, and increase to right, and you can also add a new adjustment layer top of everything, and just add a levels or just add exposure to bright the scene all the way, little bit bright the scene, so at least 0.5%, not bad but good. And the color you can definitely change anytime, right? So I'm just adding a little bit more variation to the color, so curse effect, and go to the blue channel and little bit up the blue, right, before and after. So this, I love this blue tone. So all done, and let's see the final result in the full resolution. So I will make a final render and I will just add in a video. So alright, so this is my final work, and a final result. And you can, if you want to add some noise, I mean the grain in this footage, you can definitely add, but when your video is full rendered, that time add grain, because if you add grain here and if you don't have a good system, so it will take little bit more time. So this is for now. Alright, so tutorial finished, and thanks for watching my video, thanks for loving me, thanks for supporting me. I am NPS3D, and keep watching, keep doing, keep supporting me, and we will see you next time with a great tutorial. So make sure to subscribe my channel, follow me on Instagram, and if you make something, so just tag me on Instagram. So alright, so if you have any question, problem, so leave a comment, leave a message. I am here always for you. So thanks for now, and we will see you next time with a great tutorial. So alright, for now let's stop it here, and I hope you like it. So let's stop it here.